I want to jump into this issue. We're going to go back to the NCAA. Now, the other day we spoke about how the leader of the NCAA was defending this idea that men can go into women's locker rooms, men that are saying that they're women going into women's locker rooms. And this is part of the culture battle here. And this is an interesting approach. So Ken Paxton sues NCAA over transgender athletes' participation in women's college sports. So this is part of the battle. They're going to find different ways to fight this, and this is one. The Attorney General is accusing the organization of misleading fans by allowing transgender college athletes in women's sports, and this is smart. They're approaching it from different ways. You can say first appeal to the public, okay, but also is this? Are you actually are you being fair to your fans? Are you making money off something that's really not advertised properly? Okay, Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton said Sunday he sued the National Collegiate Athletic Association, NCAA, accusing the organization of misleading college sports fans by allowing transgender women to participate in events marketed as women's competitions. So, smart, right? NCAA, they want to play this game, fine. Well, then you're marketing these sports. People are paying money, TV, tickets, merchandise for women's sports. Is that what you're giving the customer? Paxton said the NCAA violated the Texas Deceptive Trade Practices Act by deceiving fans who want to support sporting events that only include athletes whose female sex was assigned at birth. Paxton also accused the NCAA of misleading consumers by not identifying which athletes are transgender and of jeopardizing the safety and well-being of women by allowing transgender athletes to participate in its sporting events. Radical gender theory has no place in college sports, Paxton said in a news release Sunday. I'm not going to go further into it, but it's important for us to stay on top of this, to see how there's different approaches, because this issue is so fundamental in our cultural health. And look at that. Isn't that true? I mean, is it? I don't know. Is it deceptive? I think it is. You're deceiving fans who want to support sporting events that include only athletes whose female sex. So you want to support female sports. You want to go see a women's basketball game, and there's a man or male swimmer. Is that deceptive? Also, this is interesting. Paxton also accused the NCAA of misleading consumers by not identifying which athletes are transgender. That's a great point. I think if any of you are dealing with this or potentially dealing with this, any of your kids' sports or you're a coach, and sometimes we just don't know. And what are you supposed to do? Are you going to go up and ask? Are you going to, or is it right to assume? What if you're wrong? It's a terrible thing. So this ambiguity is another sign of the lack of health of the situation. It's not a healthy situation. It's distorted. Okay? And that really not identified. The fans should know. If you're going to allow a biological man to play in a women's sport and you're sanctioning the sport, and of course there's money involved, well then the fans should be identified. We should know, because it's not fair to the fans. It's deceptive, and it's also not fair in the moral sense that you don't know. So it's like, I have a feeling that that's a guy. I don't know. I don't want to say that. That's not nice. What if it's not? But you see, why should it be put? It's just like the locker room issue. Well, the true female athletes can just go somewhere else, use a different. That's not up to them. It's not their burden. It's not for the real female to have to go find a different shower. And it's just like this. It's not on the burden of the fan to wonder which one is a guy. Is it a guy? It's not a. See how all this stuff flows? You're trying to mainstream the extreme. It's not the regular mainstream female athlete's problem. It's not the regular mainstream college women's sports spectators' problem. It shouldn't be anybody's problem. But if someone's going to be inconvenienced, or it should be the tiny sliver that's and that's assuming they're even allowed to participate in sports. I mean, they shouldn't be allowed to participate at all. But if they are going to participate, they shouldn't be going into women's locker rooms, and fans should know.